Dan, I have these PlayStation 3 games on my PlayStation 4.
How did you make that happen? The internet's not backwards compatible.
I programmed
Get that disc out of there.
I programmed them myself.
Really?
Aren't you impressed?
Oh my goodness, you're moonlighting?
How impressed are you?
That's actually really impressive.
Why don't we play a PlayStation 3 game, Dead or Alive 5?
All right, let's do it.
What do you say?
Yeah, well, you've got the disc laying around here? Or?
Yep.
I just don't understand what's happening here.
I just put the disc in.
Okay.
I'm initializing my external development environment.
Wow.
I just compiled the game on the fly.
You are a smart guy, Brad.
I'm pretty impressed with myself.
Good Lord.
Actually.
Wait, no, that says PlayStation Now up there.
Yeah, that's what I'm calling it.
Oh, you're a filthy liar.
That's what I'm calling
No, this is a service that they launched. I've heard of this.
Shit.
Oh, my goodness.
Man, I've underestimated you again.
I've been hornswoggled by Brad for the last time.
This is PlayStation Now. And as you can already see, it's weird because you start getting PS... Oh, you did that.
Oh, okay, there.
Okay, sign as a guest. I hope that didn't screw anything up. This thing's a little temperamental. But yeah, as you can see, you get... you start getting the PS3 style, like, system notifications and stuff as soon as you're in a game.
So it kind of emulates the actual kind of XMV type stuff?
So it, it feels like you're in a PS3 environment when you're playing these games. In fact... Oh no, is it doing this again? Okay, you're gonna have to hit the options button. Because apparently I can't.
Alright. The options button?
Yes. Is that not working?
I thought the trackpad is starting to select.
No, that's not what I wanted you to do. That's why I wanted you to hit options.
Yeah.
You're hitting options and nothing is happening?
Yeah, I mean,
PlayStation Now is still in beta. There it goes.
Oh, that's the PlayStation button.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, God,
that's not
you're
options
right.
that does that.
Oh, my God.
Is that why you weren't able to open it?
I'm an idiot. I thought it was... So, yeah. In my defense...
You're not a smart guy anymore. I take it back.
Well, but now I can't even hit up and down to
I can
cycle through this menu. So there is definitely something wrong with my controller.
Let's see if we can get you in a fight. Maybe I'm just like the leader guy.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Okay.
Why is...
Maybe I'm like the main dude?
Yeah, I can still pop this up. I wonder if it's because you signed in second, it's now made you the first player.
Let's see if we can recognize you.
I can't navigate this menu. I can't interact with this game at all.
Dan hit start first. That's why he's able to navigate.
So because you hit start the title screen?
No, I'm player 2. Look at that. Can you move to the left?
No, I have no input here.
Hey, yeah, you do.
Wait, there it goes.
It's just kind of laggy.
Weird. Okay, I do have that, but I can't back out of this menu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe it is because you hit start at the.
Oh,
all right. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
All right, what are we doing?
As I was saying. Yeah,
there
if you haven't seen this stuff before, because it's been out just under a week, I guess, since they kind of soft launched. They're calling it open beta, but they're definitely taking money for it. But yeah, you get this stripped down little version of the XMB here. It's a live friends list. So many friend requests.
Oh yeah.
Try to find some actual friends.
They take a long time to delete too.
Yeah. But yeah, you get your actual friends list. It supports multiplayer as far as I know.
Okay.
You can get to your trophies, and of course trophies stick to your actual profile. They're not temporary or anything.
So and you could rent a game for like 4 hours, try to just trophy farm, and then be done with it.
Yeah, you could do that. That's probably not the best value.
Some people will do that, I bet.
Yeah, sure.
We get really into those for some reason.
All right,
I'm gonna fight you on PlayStation Now.
Okay.
I'm gonna be... Is this one with the Gina Carano girl? Yes, it is.
I'm gonna say yes.
It'll be her.
I should probably play the guy named Brad.
Yeah, that makes sense. There's not a Dan in this. No. Actually, I don't remember if I liked that girl. I'm gonna be... I don't play a whole lot of Dead or Alive. I reviewed this, but it's one of those games I don't really play past the review window.
Did you like it?
I want to say I gave it like a 7 or something. I don't remember. We'll do random. They're not great. They don't play that well, and I think they're just kind of... They seem kind of skeezy.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
You're right.
It's got that kind of Tecmo skis to it.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yep. that fine layer of Tecmo film.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean... Ooh, this is looking a little chunky today.
A little bit, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, if you didn't know, I'm gonna guess that you knew if you're watching this video, but PlayStation Now is an on-live style kind of game, like cloud-based streaming service for PS3 games, which means that we are seeing some kind of crazy compression artifacts on the video right now.
Yeah, I mean it's playable.
It's totally playable. In fact, hang on, stop hitting me for a second.
Okay, sorry.
Does this have? Okay, this does have dodges in and out. It's okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to make a noise with a button as I hit the button. Does that read? Does that play?
I'm gonna try too.
Okay. So there might be a tiny little bit of latency involved here.
A little bit.
But it's not unplayable by any means. Actually, I think I'm actually more impressed with the streaming tech with PlayStation Now so far than I was expecting to be. I was really skeptical when they announced it.
I think it's a really good idea because it's like I want to be able to play these PS3 games that are great, but like I don't have my PlayStation 3 hooked up.
Yeah, it definitely solves their backwards compatibility problem. Well, maybe solves is overreaching a little bit. It definitely addresses the backwards compatibility problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got a title. How excited are you? Yeah, it's looking a little chunkier than it was the other day. That's kind of the weird thing about the streaming stuff is that it's subject to the network conditions between you and the server, you know?
Yeah. So if you're in an area that doesn't have a good connection.
Yeah, I mean, if your connection is just bad, or even if there's like a lot of congestion or something on a given day for whatever reason, or they're just experiencing like crazy server load or something, you know? Who knows like what all kinds of factors could affect the quality of the experience.
Yeah.
The first time that I tried it last Friday playing Twisted Metal, when I first played it, it got into the game and looked like a low bitrate or low quality Twitch stream. Like,
Oh, really?
it was very clearly not running at full quality and then kind of buffered up to full quality.
So it does that like Netflix or Hulu thing to where it'll detect it and auto.
It was still playable when it looked bad, but it definitely looked bad. But yeah, even a game like this is 60 frames per second, fighting game. It's still playable. Yeah, like
I'm sure if you're like a Street Fighter Evo dude or whatever, and you tried to play, like it'd be noticeable.
Yeah, if you're into counting frames, you probably don't want to play fighting games this way.
Basically, if you're Jason A. Striker.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I tried it on UPF, and it felt like it was like an online game. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you're playing online, there's a little bit of delay.
I can see
totally
that.
playable.
Not quite that bad.
Yeah, that's probably a good apt comparison. Oh no! No!
Fuck. I'd like to have a beer with Tina. I bet she likes having a beer.
She likes party.
Yeah. You don't wear a USA bra if you don't like
She's like a Budweiser and Jack Daniels girl.
Yeah. Good stuff. What are you fighting next to these pigs?
I don't know, man. Just see some livestock, it just makes you want to throw down.
That might just be you, Brad.
I
don't think that's a common thing.
Let's not talk about my upbringing.
Somebody did something cool.
But yeah, I'd say like playing a fighting game online is about what this feels like. There's just a hint of a delay.
Yep.
Which is pretty much true of all games. But
ooh.
it doesn't look perfect. It certainly doesn't look like you're running it locally. I mean, we're sitting kind of close to the TV, but you can definitely see compression artifacts around like the text and stuff. But
I think that a lot of games that aren't so, Twitch heavy as like fighting games and stuff would be really good with the service, even if there is a slight delay or whatever, you know?
Let's pop out of here and maybe go check something else out.
There you go.
Yeah, and then, so what else do you have here? That's kind of it, really. I mean, this is just...
Yeah, it seems like select and start is on the trackpad.
Yeah, so trackpad right is start, trackpad left is select.
Well, let's test this.
Games.
Can you stream? Like, hit the share button once you're out of this.
I think they limit that stuff pretty significantly.
Can I take a screenshot?
I can't take screenshots.
That's
guessing you...
That's interesting. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to.
I don't know. It's... I wonder if it's even been... Yeah, it hasn't even been recording our...
Oh, yeah.
Our footage. I guess the share stuff appears to just be pretty much completely disabled.
This isn't tied to now, but I love that they have the new thing when you're playing a PS4 game. It's square or triangle just to save a video or a picture. Because before it was just upload. And it's like, I don't want to upload this. I just want to save this.
Right. Yeah, because you can copy them off to USB now, right?
Yeah.
So you can close a game, and then after the first time you've played it, it's right here on your thing.
And then is it easy, like, once your rental is done, can you just... Yeah, just delete.
Yeah, it might delete it automatically, but yeah, you can just delete it off your list anytime you want.
That's cool.
And then to get to all this stuff, it's just in the store here.
And so literally anyone with a PS4 has this.
Yeah, there's no more like opting into this beta or getting a code or whatever. You're just straight up here.
Okay.
And they've got all their stuff up here right now. It's all PS3 games right now. They are kind of given their standard vague corporate lip service to like, oh, we're investigating other options for PlayStation and PlayStation 2 games.
Right.
But we're focusing on PS3 right now. It's kind of, I think the selection is kind of scattershot so far. I mean,
Yeah, these aren't exactly...
Critter Crunch and Ben 10 Omniverse.
It's got a couple of the big,
shit,
like,
but yeah,
first-party things.
There's definitely, in fact, I wonder if we could, let's see. Game type. Full games only. Deus Ex, you know, Just Cause, I mean,
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 13. There's, you know,
Metal Gear.
Grid. Some big names in here.
Order Up.
Yeah. Order Up. What the hell is that?
I have no idea.
Looking for more first-party stuff. There's Twisted Metal.
Does this have, like, Uncharted or anything?
Not any
or-
Uncharted that I've seen. Certainly no Last of Us. Oh, yeah. Come to think of it, yeah.
There's not a lot at all, actually.
Actually, yeah. The first-party Sony offering is extremely limited now that I look at
It's
it.
confusing. Yeah, Twisted Metal seems to be the only one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we'll see where that stuff goes. I mean, obviously, Last of Us, you know, just had a new version come out. They're not going to slap that
Yeah.
on here, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of all over the place. And then the pricing also is kind of wild. So the rental periods are 4 hours, 7 days, 30 days, and 90 days. Typically, 7 days seems like, well, you never want 4 days, basically,
That seems insane, yeah.
because why
Or
not?
4 hours.
Or yeah, 4 hours. I'm sorry. Because why would you pay $4 for 4 hours when you could pay $7 for 7 days? You know.
Yeah, and I really
It's
can't think of
insane.
any game that you could really get the full experience in 4 hours. Like,
Right.
even short single-player campaigns
Right.
are at least like 5 to 8, I want to say.
And they, you know, there's been some pretty significant backlash over some of this pricing. I mean, there are games on here that go up to $49.99 for the 90-day period, which is just crazy.
Just for reference, like I'm going to look up on my Amazon app. I'm going to see how much I could buy this game for right now. Warhammer 40,000. Okay.
Space Marine, yes.
I bet I can get it cheaper than the 90-day price.
Right.
But you know, part of the appeal is not having like stuff cluttering up your shelf.
Yeah, you don't need a PS3 hooked up, and I mean, you know, there are probably a decent number of people out there who have gotten PS4s that never had a PS3.
Yeah. Yeah.
But at that point, do you really want to be going back and playing like slightly compressed and laggy versions of PS3 games when you've got this brand new next-gen console?
yeah.
I don't know. It's a weird offering.
Well, internet's being dumb. I can't see the price, but I doubt that's selling for $50 anymore.
No,
so
no,
90 days is crazy.
Certainly not.
Like how much is Twisted Metal? Like that's probably the biggest first-party thing.
Yeah.
Okay, that seems
$15
better.
for 3 months. That's not insane.
But I also just bought that recently for $10 new.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
like
But again, you need a PS3 to put that disc into.
that. Okay, yeah. I guess that's the big
you can't
thing.
Play it
Yeah.
on you know. And if they, you know, I don't know if this will ever happen, but if they come up with some way to like authenticate the fact that you have that game physically, and
Yeah.
say like, you can get it for $1 on here or something, like because you put your disc in, like that would certainly be cool.
I can't really see them putting the money and time into researching that because I mean, what do they get out of that?
Yeah, well,
It's
you
just
know,
one less
they're
purchase.
you know, they paid a huge amount of money to acquire Gaikai, which is the company that put this stuff together. There are all these server infrastructure costs they have to maintain. You know, like they're
Yeah.
obviously trying to make money on this service.
Yeah.
But anyway, once you've rented some stuff, it just shows up here.
And so you can just
And
like
you just
add
kinda-
those to your
Yeah,
XMB
so
or
I
whatever.
don't think you can add it.
But if you
shows
play it, it
like I said,
automatically-
yeah, it doesn't look like it lets you just add it. But yeah, once you've run it for the first time. What should we look at?
What can you jump right into? Like Guacamelee. I mean, that seems like one that I can't imagine it would take long to get into.
Yeah, let's
and
see how it looks.
it's got some kind of Twitch controls.
Oh.
Actually, especially with the platforming, that could be tough if there's any lag.
Here's an interesting test. I have a cross save for this game.
Oh.
I played. I'm trying to think. I played it mostly on the Vita, I think, but I think I played it on PS3 and Vita, and I have a save in there.
I will be very
So, yeah.
impressed if that has it.
So yeah, I'm really curious to see if we can pull the cross save in from that.
So we got a 20% chance of that.
Ah,
We'll see.
you crunched the numbers.
Yeah, I did. Did the research.
Scientific
Yep.
analysis.
Take my lab coat off real quick. Yeah, this especially later when you're doing the like shifting between the worlds and everything.
Yeah,
If there's any lag with that, because that platforming is so hard even when it's pitch perfect.
really.
Yeah. So.
I should have played more of this game.
You know,
This game's cool.
It is cool, but it near the end once it gets too hard. And I like
Yeah.
difficult platforming, but it's unwieldy.
Really?
And when you get to switch between these dimensions and stuff, and it's not done that great.
Just a lot of split-second timing and stuff.
Yeah, but like unfairly difficult, you know?
Well, that's no fun.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what we got here. Did this game come out on PS4? I guess it didn't, right? I know it's out on PC.
It's out on Xbox One.
And it came out on Xbox One. I don't know if they brought this new updated, like, expanded version to
I'm not sure.
to PS4 or not. All right, moment of truth.
Nope. You don't have it. Oh, wait. Oh. I was looking for a continue. No way. No way.
Wow, that's cool. That's impressive.
Man, that is real cool.
That's pretty impressive.
I don't know how many times I would utilize that, but I mean,
Yeah.
that's so cool that I can do that. Wow.
Yeah, I can feel just a little bit of latency there. Wait, what are you doing? Man.
Oh, what? Oh, that's me.
Oh, hey, look at you.
Tostada. Yeah, I can feel a little bit too.
You know, again, not unplayable.
Yeah,
But you can tell a difference.
yeah. This does get so Twitch heavy, I could see that mattering.
All right, what's the fastest way to go kill stuff? About this way.
Let's see, I think... Go map, I think.
Looks like an exit over this way.
Alrighty.
Out of the way, Pollo.
That means chicken.
Indeed. Ah, shit. Yep. That's the plan.
Yep, good.
Oh.
Oh.
Fine.
I see. Weird. Okay, yeah, I can do like a Rayman bubble. Good treasure. Oh yeah, I do remember this
double
game.
Jump is there? Or at least I don't have it yet.
No, I don't like how memey a lot of this humor is.
Yeah,
you know,
I know,
that always
yeah.
rubs me the wrong way.
Well, I appreciate that it's at least not super in your face.
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember the writing being too rotten with memes. It's mostly just the kind of signage.
Yeah, I've seen pictures like Grumpy Cat and stuff. It's like, ah, man, that's not gonna age well.
Yeah, that's fair. Let's see. What is one more thing we can take a look at? Actually, if I don't close game, what if I instead go to... Oh, weird. Oh, that's right, yeah,
So
I guess
it'll keep
it's
running?
worth pointing out. I mean, you can also...
And
Yeah,
that
it'll,
is still running.
Yeah, so, I mean, obviously you can't run another game while that's going, I don't think.
Right.
Let's double check.
Yeah, it'll say the following application will close. I'm sure. Yep.
Yeah, so it treats it like a local game. But you can go poke around in, like, you know, I can go mess around in the store some more, or like look at your trophies or whatever, and it does keep your session running to the point that you can pop right back in. There's no like, you know, there's no like, I have to buffer back up when you pop back in or whatever. It's all instantaneous.
New consoles are a lot better about that. If you need to change like
Yeah.
sound settings and things, you don't have to
Right.
close the game.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, that was kind of expected for the local stuff, but for this, I was wondering if like, you know, they would kind of put you in the back of a server queue or something when you popped out. Because you do get a message. I forget where the message pops up exactly.
Real quick, go back. Was that a reference to Destructoid and Giant Bomb?
Yes, there is one of those in here.
Really? Okay.
Indeed.
Wow.
Yes. Yep.
Crazy. Huh. Is that something they like had to ask for?
I don't.
or do they
I think it just showed up.
Huh. That's kind of cool. I like that.
Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, I forget where the warning shows up, but there is some warning text at some point saying like, hey, if you leave your game idle too long, we will shut it down so other players have room on the server.
That makes sense.
So you can't just let it idle forever. Anyway, hey, Guacamelee, it works.
Yeah.
Let's check out like one more thing.
Alrighty. Darksiders takes a long time to jump in, I think.
How
Metal
about...
Gear?
kind of want to look at something... Well, let's try Killzone.
Okay.
I just want to see something like kind of graphically intense.
Yeah, Killzone's always been that franchise for Sony.
Yeah. Yeah, and they've already been out there responding to the pricing criticism, saying like, hey, there'll be like cheaper rentals coming soon. I think specifically on the 4-hour rentals.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because I mean, you know, to my mind, that should be like 99 cents or something.
Yeah, actually,
for 4 hours.
Now that I think about it, the 4-hour rental might make sense if, like, let's say you've got people over or whatever, and it's like, oh yeah, let's play that game real quick. Let's, you're just drinking or whatever with some people, like, and you're not gonna play through a whole campaign or anything. But still, if you're paying $2 extra or whatever to get it for a week.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's why they call it a beta, just because things like that are so subject to change right now.
Yeah. Once they get some metrics in and see how many people are actually.
Yeah. I guess, the good news is the streaming tech works kind of better than most people probably thought it would.
Yeah, especially right out of the gate.
Right, because things like pricing and game availability can be, well. Okay.
Is it mine for some reason?
I don't know.
Nope, mine's not doing anything either.
I cannot hit the button.
That's not good.
What?
What's going on here?
What is happening?
Did it? Okay.
Okay, now it's working.
Sure.
Bizarre. But yeah, they can always adjust stuff like pricing later on.
Yeah.
If the actual streaming tech was the big obstacle, that would be a lot harder to overcome.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to them actually expanding the library, because right now, looking through it, there's not a whole lot there that I really want to play.
It's kind of an interesting proof of concept.
Yeah.
But it's it's a lot more interesting for the potential that it has rather than what it is right now.
Especially, if and when they expand to PS1, PS2.
Yep.
Setting up, what is that?
Yeah, I mean, Guacamelee did the same thing where they have to, like, quote unquote, like, install trophies, which makes no sense to me. All that stuff seems like a legacy of the fact that they had to, like, implement trophies, like, well after the PS3 came out.
Oh, yeah.
As opposed to, like, Xbox achievements were just built in from day one.
God, yeah, it took like 2 or 3 years for PlayStation, didn't it?
Yeah, it was like a year and a half. I think I want to say it was like early 09. I might be wrong. But
funny how that kind of flipped around to where like 360 came out and, pretty much just stayed the course, and PS3 came out and they had to be like, okay, no, we'll put Rumble in there, and like, oh yeah, okay, we'll do trophies, you like achievements. Whereas this generation, it's kind of like Xbox now is the ones like, oh, okay, no, you don't have to have Connect. Oh, no, you don't have to, like,
Yep. Yeah, that stuff has inverted to like a kind of a crazy degree.
Yeah. Don't skip the Killzone lore, Brad. It's so good. Killzone's lore sucks.
I still fucking hate that you have to sync trophies though.
It takes too long.
Especially because, like, again, we're kind of edge cases, but like I'm playing games on anywhere between 2 and 4 PS4 units, like individual units at any given time, and a Vita with crossplay stuff.
Yeah.
And like have to make sure I sync the trophies from every one of those consoles all the time, or they just don't show up.
Yep.
I really wish they had gotten that cleaned up for this console. Man, Killzone.
Yeah, this is a certain series. They keep making these.
I just wanted to shoot some stuff.
Yeah. I don't really like Killzone that much. What about you?
Yeah, I never really got into. I played a decent amount of 2.
These
never played 3 at all.
They're always tricky to review. Like I did Shadowfall, the PS4 one, and it's like, well, this plays, the controls fine, it looks real good.
It's well made.
It's just, I can't tell you a single thing that happened in that game.
Nothing super interesting.
Nope.
All preparations have been made.
Where are Radek and Star?
Wow, this is totally unskippable.
I don't know if it's unskippable or if my controller is just not responding again.
Father.
My people, sons and daughters.
I thought he was dead.
I think he dies in this one.
This day,
it's Brian Cox, right?
as our enemy ships
Sure.
away to orbit, as our bodies lie broken in our streets,
No.
we are once again reminded of the depths of their.
I want to meet the dude that just loves Killzone lore.
For years we have
You know he's out there.
I mean, I actually, I reviewed the first game for GameSpot way back when, and like,
disease.
thought the idea, the initial setup of like part of humanity goes and settles elsewhere and like basically becomes a separate like race, and then fights with itself. It was like kind of interesting.
Big difference though between interesting concept and like interesting like story and like, cutscenes and
But that time has passed.
I don't think I can.
I have been humbled by the
I don't know.
to lead you.
You're not shooting nothing, Brad.
No.
From this day till the end.
Wait, I thought it was the end of 2 where Rico did the thing everybody hates Rico for.
What does Rico do?
I'm not sure because I never finished it.
I've finished every one of them, and I don't remember anything about this stupid story. I wonder what the online is like right now for Killzone 3.
Wait, was 2 the one where they like blew up the planet?
I don't fucking remember.
This is all based on like secondhand accounts of what happens in these games.
I have no idea. There you go, skip.
Well, let's see what it does.
All right, now you can move around.
Well, wait, am I hellgassed?
Maybe you're undercover.
Oh man, looking at this does drive home how much better Shadowfall looks.
Yeah, it looks real good.
Yeah, I should probably play that game just to like see the graphics.
Yeah.
You know the drill.
I actually played this entire game with Move
Really?
and a navigation
I heard it wasn't that
controller.
bad.
It was actually pretty good. It controlled well.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, this is a little weird. Specifically the look.
Yeah.
If there's any latency on your right stick movement, it starts feeling a little bit like, for whatever reason, it's different than the movement, because movement and shooting in online shooters is something you're used to being laggy, but the look control specifically is something they always handle locally.
Yeah.
So having that be a little laggy is like super disorienting.
That does seem weird.
But you know, it's probably nothing you couldn't get used to after like an hour with the game.
And so I think I read that like peripherals don't work with this, right? Like you can't use Move, for instance.
I would
right?
believe that, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, PlayStation Now, it works,
Yeah.
more or less. You know, hopefully the availability of games and pricing and stuff will get better.
Yeah, that's the key. But as long as the streaming stuff's working.
Yeah, it's, you know, it seems like probably the the best implementation of this type of tech so far. You know, I guess it's be a long time, if ever, before they can like 100% replicate the experience of playing at home
Right.
with streaming. But
I think
we're
it
getting
will
closer.
steadily improve. Yeah.
It's getting closer, at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is out there. Anybody can just go to the PS4 store and mess around with it. So that's PlayStation Now. See you later.